So have you ever gotten that letter that says that you're being dropped by your current carrier? Or maybe you've got a big claim that just happened, and now you're scared that you're going to get non-renewed on your next anniversary date or your renewal date. Yeah, it does happen. I don't think it's nearly as often as people think. And one of the most bizarre things I've noticed is that in our industry, a lot of agents will get a non-renewal, and their immediate reaction is to shop the insurance to a bunch of other carriers. If it is due to losses, that is the worst possible time to go to market. You're not going to get good terms. You're not going to create excitement in the market. And ultimately, you're probably going to end up settling for terms that are less than ideal, whether that be the coverage not being as good, whether it be the pricing being up, or maybe it's just with a carrier that just frankly doesn't have a good service model. So any of those things can happen. I think it's important that you understand that you can go back to that carrier. You can go to that underwriter, and when I say you, I mean the agent can on your behalf. Go to that underwriter and say, listen, and argue it. This is a good risk. These losses aren't that bad. Maybe there's a shift in their underwriting appetite, in which case maybe there's nothing you can do. But I've found that a lot of times these non-renewals are based on misunderstandings, whether it's misunderstandings about the operation or misunderstandings about some other aspect. Maybe it's a financial, status. Maybe it's just simply due to underwriter information. They just need to know more about what you're doing and how you're doing it, and they'll actually be very comfortable. I had one case where organization was getting dropped. And I went to them and I said, listen, there's an association you're a part of, their association that they're a part of. Politically, it's not a good move. Plus, almost all of the losses were in reserve status. Nothing had actually been paid out, and we had very good reason to believe that it was going to either go to zero or a very low amount. So once I explained this to the underwriter, she said, of course, we're going to offer a renewal. We may take a little bit of rate, but we're not going to drop them. And so the huge win there was that we got a renewal. Of course, we were looking at alternatives, because I didn't know what they meant by rate. She didn't say we were going to take X number of dollars and add it to the policy. So if it was outrageous, maybe it was something we couldn't stand. But we marketed it at the same time. We did find an alternative, but we ended up staying with that organization because they did want a partnership with this organization. So you can do those things. Your agent should be doing those things. It's a non-renewal is not the end of the conversation. In some cases, it's just a formal way of saying there's a miscommunication here we need to solve. So if you're facing a non-renewal, it's worth having that conversation. I hope this helps. Thanks.